You know what? I wonder if this restaurant is any good. Yes, I wonder. Anyway, what's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all from the heart of downtown Franklin, North Carolina, or the former town name, or the Cherokee town name, was Nikwasi. Anyway, you guys, here in downtown, by the way, right next to this gas station is the Nikwasi Mound. Anyway, if y'all are curious, Nikwasi in Cherokee means star place. Anyway, there's a really awesome historic plaque right over here. And by the way, I just want to add this: the Nikwasi Mound is huge, like compared to what we saw earlier at the Spike Buck Mound. But anyhow, let's read this. This mound marks the site of old Cherokee town Nikwasi. A council of Sir Alexander Cumming with the Indians here led to a treaty in 1730. Interesting. Let me see. Trail of Tears, the Great State Road. Anyway, it tells a little bit about the Trail of Tears. Of course, where I live in Bradley County in Cleveland, which is right around in this area right here, Fort Cass. This is where a lot of, not really so much the journey began, because a lot of the Cherokee, where the Trail of Tears really truly started, was at the front porch steps of the homes of the Cherokee. This is just where they were all rounded up and forced out west. But anyway, this explains what this was. The old roadbed was once part of the Great State Road, constructed in 1837 to connect the town of Franklin, North Carolina with present-day Murphy. During the Cherokee removal of 1838, North Carolina troops traveled the Great State Road to reach other posts each other's posts at Camp Scott, now Atacone, North Carolina, Fort Delaney, now Andrews, and Fort Montgomery, now Robbinsville, North Carolina. In June and July 1838, the troops marched more than 1,500 Cherokee prisoners over the Great State Road to Fort Butler, now Murphy, North Carolina. From Fort Butler, North Carolina, the Cherokee were traveled to the internment camps in Tennessee prior to the exodus to Oklahoma. After the forced removal, the state road funneled settlers, entrepreneurs, and speculators to the vacated Cherokee lands. As the region's population swelled, infrastructure demands increased, and in 1846, the state legislature authorized a new road called the Western Turnpike from the Salisbury to Georgia state line. The Western Turnpike, built in 1856, included much of the old state road's original route. It looks like a lot of Cherokee laborers built a lot of the Great State Road. English geologist George Featherson traveled the road in August 26, 1837, and observed, "I learned that the contracts for making the road were principally in hands of white men who engaged Cherokees to chop the trees down and afterwards to grub up the roots. As we advanced the bed to the stream, we passed many rows of these Indians at work above the hillside who cheered us repeatedly. It was a very picturesque, strange sight to see such swarthily Tartar countenances," one of those people, "with turbans and stripped calico hunting shirts, worked in this wild district for the men who robbed them of their country." And there's a sketch of what the state road looked like. But anyway, there's a lot of that history tied up with the Nikwasi Mound here, and there is more history. So we're gonna walk around the mound, and I'm gonna show that to you guys. And like I was saying earlier, this is a fairly large mound. But if I'm not mistaken, if I've read correctly, the Nikwasi Mound, this is where the Cherokee did a lot of their political meetings. So it's not really so much a burial mound or anything like that. but it's where, this is where a lot of the council would meet to have their discussions and whatnot. And it led to a treaty in 1730. But yeah, if you are out in Franklin, North Carolina, and really love Native American history, by the way, if you want some good Mexican food, right over there. I still don't know if it's good Mexican food or not. Stop by and take a look at the Nikwasi Mound. I mean, it is big. Like, the photos online do not do it justice. And as I was saying at the beginning of the video, so interesting that it's like it's built right next to a gas station and a Mexican restaurant and the old state road that was built by Cherokee hands. But anyway, up here is more information about the Nikwasi Mound. And here's that history. Nikwasi, well, a star place, or how it's properly pronounced. But here on the sign, they have Cherokee. Awesome, bilingual. You are standing in the heart of the Cherokee town of Nikwasi, or Star Place. Its townhouse and ceremonial ground extended to the Little Tennessee River and beyond. Cherokee citizen Rebecca Chet-guthrie shared her right to a 640-acre reservation located just across the river from Nikwasi Mound with her white husband, Gideon Morris. During the removal era of the 1830s, most Cherokee-related families around Nikwasi were forced out of their land. Modern Franklin encompasses historic Nikwasi for its angelicized name, Nikwasi. The people of Nikwasi were responsible for making religious objects of mica mined in the surrounding mountains. The items made here supplied many tribes and towns east of the Mississippi River and beyond. Nikwasi Council House was a large domed building. Inside were rows of cane seats surrounding the fire hearth on a dirt floor. The building was packed with kings, princes, warriors, conjurers, and beloved men from the towns of the sacred or scattered regions. That came from Alexander Cumming in 1728. But here's an older picture of the Nikwasi Mound, or what it did look like many moons ago. But looks like this was taken in the 1940s. But let me see. In 2016, the local mountain communities united to create the Nikwasi Initiative, a joint citizens effort to protect, interpret, and redevelop many of the significant cultural and historic sites along the Little Tennessee-Tuskegee River corridor. The Nikwasi Initiative is jointly managed by the Cherokees and their non-Cherokee neighbors. Franklin's Town Council transferred ownership of the mound site to the Nikwasi Initiative in May of 2019. So this is owned by the Cherokee Nation. Awesome. Let's see, and here's some more historical sites. We are here, and next video we are going to drive just up the road to see another mound site. It's only maybe about 12-13 minutes away from here. By the way, it is just so cool to see the Nikwasi Mound. Like, it reminds me of the Etowah Mounds, but a little bit smaller than that. And look at this, Naha, or Rebecca Morris, 1792 to 1894. Naha was known as Rebecca after her marriage to Gideon Morris and had strong ties to Nikwasi. The Morris' 640-acre reserve was across the river from the ancient town. Its mound was a sacred site one of the Cherokee hoped to protect. After being burned out and forced to abandon their land, Rebecca sued the U.S. government and won $3,000 in compensation. Well known in Franklin and held in high esteem, she inspired the character of Little Deer in Robert Strange's Enowagootski, the first North Carolina novel. Her living descendants includes many members of the Eastern Band of the Cherokee Indians and the Cherokee Nation West. Hope y'all could hear me, by the way. Sounded like somebody's house is on fire. So just overall fascinating. And like I said, I love this kind of stuff. It's awesome to share this kind of history. Anyway, you guys, you saw that it's kind of loud out here. Luckily you all heard me for the most part. But anyway, you guys, remember, make sure to like and subscribe. Always means a lot. Goes to show that you all care and that you all want to see more awesome videos like this. So like I said, the Nikwasi Mound is one of the larger mounds that I've seen, like compared going around East Tennessee, part of Middle Tennessee. I mean, this is an awesome mound. Like I said, if you love Native American history, Cherokee history, you know, you just want to get out and just explore your surroundings, then check this place out. It is really cool. Anyway, guys, remember, make sure to like and subscribe. Always means a lot. Goes to show that you all care and that y'all want to see more awesome videos like this. So without further ado, guys, this Native American Heritage Month vlog is over. See you on the next one. Peace.